All right. Hey, girl, hey. Hey, girl, hey. Hey, boy, hey. What's up, Donna? Drop your area codes in here. Where y'all watching from? Is it 804 Richmond? Is it 727, the Tidewater area? Is it 443 Baltimore or Maryland somewhere? 410? Come on, DMV. What's up, Adrian Farrington? I ain't seen you in a while. I want to say thank you to Jada Pitt. She just sent a heart through the Cash App in $5. And my girl Tia Hilliard, she sent $5 earlier today. The Cash App is TheWriter, if you feel so inclined. 706-202. is DC. Hey, come on, 646, that's New York. Come on, Miami, that's 305. Keon is in the building. Keon Stafford. Hey, 919, Raleigh. I know I'm a couple minutes late, niece. I was talking to Keon. He had me on the phone gossiping. Keon had me on the phone gossiping, niece. But I do have a couple things that I wanted to talk about. Would you, can somebody pin my Cash App? Tessa Morgan is asking for my Cash App. My Cash App is TheWriter. The information is in the caption, but I don't know how you can. You know, Keon comes over on Thursdays. Hey, Lachelle. Hey, Russell Mercer. What's up, Russell Mercer? Come on, 901. Come on, 804. Virginia is really heavy in the building. 804, 704, 215-856. That's over there in Jersey. Baltimore in the building, 410-410-443. Hey, girl, hey. Good day, thinkers, thought leaders, progressives, and dreamers. You know, this is the original So Much to Say podcast merchandise. We changed out the merchandise, but you guys really like this one. Oh, Tessa said, I like you better by yourself. She's at 954. Hey, girl, hey. What's up, Dina at 973? Come on, call them at 301. I should do my next book signing where, Brian? What city is that? Come on, 404-910-504. That's down there in NOLA. Come on, Black Businessman. What's up, Hosea? Thank you for posting your book over on your social media. If you received a complimentary copy, even if you didn't receive a complimentary copy of the books, please post it on your social media. Just post a picture. You ain't got to tag me unless you want to, but just post a picture because you know some of your friends that are on your Facebook list, they nosy. Some of them, they nosy. So they be like, what book is this? They're going to be looking and, you know, they're going to go look for it and stuff. And then I would also ask that you please go over to Amazon or iBooks or Audible and write a review. Good day, thinkers, thought leaders. Come on, Cincinnati, 513. Good day, thinkers. All right, greetings and salutations are over, niece. Hey, lovely Empress. Hey, Lamar Butler. He said, hey, Craig, week number 2, no meat, still working on dairy, but I feel good so far. Thank you. You're very welcome. Just make sure you get all your nutrients. Make sure you stay on your green vegetables. Try not to supplement seafood if you're still eating seafood. Try not to supplement it too much. Like I had some shrimp today in a salad, but this is the first time I had shrimp in probably 5 days maybe. Or seafood in about 5 days. So just make sure you break up that seafood because we're not trying to get the gout. We're not trying to get the gout, niece. But anyway, this is the old So Much to Say podcast merchandise, but we don't have this anymore. My girl Marika blinged it out for me. But anyway, we have other merchandise over at CraigWriterStewart.com. Today is Rita's birthday. We are praying that today is the last day of her. Thank you, Taya. Taya just sent $2 through here. It says for $2 Tuesday. Thank you so very much. I appreciate that, niece. Rita, now you said today was going to be the last day that you smoked them cigarettes, niece. Niece. Somebody tap Rita on her shoulder. Somebody tap Rita. Somebody tap Rita on her shoulder, niece. My girl Donna Howard just sent $2 through. She said, "For I enjoy you so much." Thank you so much, niece. You know we're gonna pay these light bills with these cash apps that are coming through here. Amen. Hey, girl. Hey. Good day, thinkers. We're gonna say it this time. Thought leaders, progressives, and dreamers. I'm Craig the Writer Stewart, and this is the Facebook and YouTube live versions of So Much to Say. These are my thoughts in my voice on black shit, white shit, gay shit, and everything in between. I have so many things that I want to talk about. I want to start with the light stuff and then going over here to Robin Crawford appearing on the Today Show. Was it yesterday? And then Wendy Williams today. Okay? So I want to first start by saying, girl, I was almost in a car accident today. It wasn't my fault. I was in an Uber. Okay? I was in an Uber. You know, and I started to think, like, what would happen if I was in a car accident and it was the Uber driver's fault? Even if it wasn't his fault. Have any of you had this experience? Even if it wasn't his fault, shouldn't I get a refund? I certainly would email support and be like, do you guys want to go ahead and refund me for that? But anyway, he was passing my exit. Oh, Taya, I'm definitely going to pass out. I'm going to roll on the floor. I'm going to open up the car door. I'm going to roll on the ground. I'm going to make sure ain't no car traffic coming first. I'm going to look this way, and then I'm going to roll down on the ground. And then I'm going to tell them, don't move me until the ambulance, not ambulance, ambulance, till the ambulance come. But yes, he almost passed, well, he did. He passed my exit. I was leaving the gym, and he was about to pass my exit. And girl, I was eating a little cup of watermelon. And it was still very sweet. The watermelon was sweet. Okay? So I was eating my cup of watermelon. And you know in the little cup from Publix, the little bowl from Publix, how it has the watermelon juice down there? And so I had my little fork and I was just eating it, and then the juices was just titillating all of my taste buds. Titillating. It was titillating my taste buds. I don't have time to spell it. Just look it up. And it was just titillating my taste buds. I mean, juices were just flowing and just secretions and stuff. And I was eating it. And you know, like the accident that I was in. There you go. That's it, titillating. Thank you, Lady Blue. She typed it down there for you guys. Like the car accident that I was in back in January, I didn't get a chance to say, hold on, before we crashed. You know, that video is on my Patreon of the car accident back in January. But today, I almost choked on a piece of watermelon. I said, hey, ho! I was like, ho, ho! I mean, the car got the careening on the highway like this. And like, when he did like this, it was an Asian driver. It was an Asian driver. And let me just start by saying this. One of my friends and I, we believe that, you know, I used to live in California. Where my California people at? One of my friends, when we used to live in California, one of my friends used to say, I think Asian people are responsible for all of the traffic that's in California. We know that was kind of racist. That was just a joke. It was just a joke. But anyway, so let me start by saying, when this man picked me up from the Publix today, he passed me 3 times. I'm standing at the Publix, and mind you, when I requested the car, I said, hi there. I always ask really nice. You know, I'm always very polite. Hello. Hey there. I'm standing at the Publix. Excuse me. Baby, when I tell you that man drove past me 3 times, and it was so cold today, girl, this weather here is like bipolar. It was 65 degrees yesterday. It was 65 degrees yesterday. Today it was 37. And the wind was blowing. And so my girl Averill sent me a heated blanket, niece. I had it over here today. I was sitting on the couch. I had it on the couch. I got my, let me show y'all, because y'all think I'm playing. I got my little space heater. And I know some of you believe that look, I got my little space heater right here for the common area. I got my space heater for the common area. And I have a space heater in my bedroom that Averill sent me the other day. Remember I showed you? That one has a remote. So like when I'm in my bed, I can turn it on and turn it off from the bed without having to get up. So I was just telling Keon, I said, I'm going to tell you something. I said, I'm going to just use my space heater. And so he was just like, Craig, you know those make your bill go up higher. I said, that's a myth. It's a myth. I don't believe that. Because I'm only going to have the space heater on when I'm in the house. So like when I go to bed at night, like it's not on in my bedroom right now, but when I go in here to get into bed, I'm going to turn it on. And then I'm going to leave it on. And then, you know, the one in there has a remote and it goes on and off intermittently. And then this one out here, I didn't have it on during the day, but then as the evening started to fall, I went on and turned it on. But my power bill should be about 75 cents. My power bill is going to be about 75 cents because I'm not turning on that heat this winter. So if you come over here to 227, you better wrap up or sit next to the space heater. So anyway, the driver, had passed me 3 times. I'm texting him and calling him, and I'm like, he didn't answer when I called. But I texted him, and I was like, I'm standing in front of the Publix. I'm like, you just passed me. Like, he didn't pass me like 3 times. I was so bothered, right? But you know, you can't get in nobody's car with all that attitude. Not no stranger's car. So we ended up getting down almost to my exit. And when I tell you this man was trying to hurry up and take the exit, I'm like, sir, you can just go to the next one. I promise you there's another exit. You don't have to take this one. You don't have to take this one. So we almost hit a van. We almost hit a van. And so long story short, I was eating my watermelon, the watermelon juice. I'm back to the watermelon. The watermelon juice was at the bottom of the cup. Girl, watermelon juice and fell all over the place because I was like, it just upset the watermelon juice. My grandmother used to say that. Stop moving your hands around for you upset that cup of tea. We'd be like, upset the cup of tea? She'd be like, yeah, you're going to upset the cup of tea. What do you mean upset it? She'd be like, knock it over. You're going to knock it over. Anyway, watermelon juice all over the place. He apologizing profusely. And I'm debating if I should write a bad remark in his review, but I didn't. So anyway, we finally get to my house, and so I get home. And so I sit down. I have this lovely salad. I have a lovely salad for my person over here who just said he's been two weeks meat-free. In my salad today, I had cucumbers. I had edamame. I had chickpeas. I had black beans. That's where your protein is going to come from. Okay? Your chickpeas, that's your protein. Your black beans, that's your protein. Your edamame, that's your protein. But I also had cucumbers in it. I had grapes, sliced grapes. I had sliced almonds. That's protein as well. I had a spring mix, which is like romaine lettuce and, you know, shit like that. And then, what else? Oh, jicama was in it. Jicama. It's spelled Jicama. I know some of y'all know how to spell it. I'm spelling it for the people in the GED section that don't know what jicama is. I don't want them going to the store telling me, can I get some jicama? It's jicama. Jicama. So I got the jicama. Google it, niece. I ain't got time to explain to you what it is. Just Google it. Jicama. Jicama. And so I had jicama in it. I had look at Philomena way over in New Zealand asking me, well, what is jicama? Girl, y'all got Google over there in New Zealand? Google it. Anyway, I put jicama in it. I put bean sprouts in it. That may have been it. I had a bunch of stuff. Oh, I did get some shrimp in it. I had some shrimp that I put in it. But anyway, so it Natalie says, I'm about to say Natalia, but that's an E at the end. Natalie says, Craig, is it expensive to eat like you? It's not. You just got to be smart about how you eat, right? And usually the places that I go to for like my vegan meals and stuff, depending on what it is, I can usually, like for like the punani, Natalie, I don't know if you've ever seen me eat that punani. It's a roll and it's made of like spicy kale and, you know, has avocado in it and all this other stuff in it. And so they slice it in half. I get a full one, right? And it's $20 for that punani. But that's 2 meals for me. I can't eat all. Now, I know some of you would try to sit there and gorge yourself. Now, just because Taya says I actually save more money when I stop eating meat. Come on, somebody. But see, I know some of you think that just because you don't eat meat that you can't develop heavy ankles. Some of you think that just because you are vegan or vegetarian that you cannot be overweight, obese. What is Rita asking me? Hold on, everybody. It's her birthday, so let me just answer her just for today. Rita, what is it, niece? I'm sorry, I didn't see it, and I'm gonna come back to my story. What is it? Hold on, we're waiting for her to type. I'm sure she has a cigarette in her hand, so she's probably trying to type. So give her a second, cause she's trying to situate her cigarette and type me this message. Hold on one second. Hold on. What is Rita typing? Somebody help her, please. And she put that goddamn cigarette down. She can type. And you know how they be like this, trying to, because their eyes be burning, because that smoke be going in their eyes. They be like, so she can't really see. Hold on, give her a second. Come on, Rita. We got things to talk about. We got to talk about Robin Crawford on Wendy Williams and the Today Show yesterday. We got things to talk. I need to talk about All American, my TV show. I'm not really feeling it this season, y'all. Duchess of New York says she got her book today. You're welcome, niece. Please post a picture of your book on your social media. I don't care if you post it on your Facebook, your Instagram, wherever. Just post it, please. Thanks. What is Rita doing? She ain't typed yet. Okay, somebody let me know when she typing her message again. She's sitting here giggling and laughing. She ain't typed a message yet. Okay, so, Calvin Edwards, yes, reading Wonder Boy. Okay, so let me finish the story. So, what was I talking about? What was I talking about, niece? I'm not scrolling back up, Nikita. If she can't type it back down, hold on. Juanesta coming in yelling, hey girl, hey boy, hey, sorry I'm late. Just have a seat, niece. She know we done did greetings and salutations. We done went through area codes and where everybody's watching and everybody's looking. And I do shop at Whole Foods sometimes, Delisa. Like I use these. I purchased these vegan sausage. They're field roast, and I've told you guys about them before. There's a spicy chipotle. If you don't like spicy, stay away from them. Spicy chipotle, and then there's an apple one or something. But I have my Amazon list up here too, so you can click on that link and you can find all of the products that I use that's on that list. I don't know what she was talking about. I don't know what I was talking about. Just a mess. What was I just talking about a moment ago? Let me just start talking about All American. Now, the first season, I really enjoyed the first season of All American. Oh, I was talking about the punani. I ain't done talking about that. Oh, saving money and not eating meat. My beard looks good today. Girl, I need a barber. I need a haircut. But thank you. But anyway, so I had a salad. I had this huge salad, and it was so big that I ate a portion of it. I put the rest in the refrigerator, and then about an hour ago, I ate the rest of it. But CD, now you guys know CD's my trainer. He was telling me today that he had one of those vegetable wraps with me, not the punani, it's another place that I go to. And he was like, man, I was so full. He said, but I didn't feel heavy. I said, that's the beauty of not eating meat. He said, but I felt so satisfied. I said, I get it. He said, man, if I could eat like that every day, I think my body would be amazing. So anyway, so Shakika says second season, they said, was digging into each person's situation. Wisdom. They know how I forget stuff. They can't keep interrupting. Rita, I didn't post your birthday. Hold on, everybody. Let me explain to the people over here on Elise, I'm coming to you in a second. When I come to you, do me a favor, Elise McCurdy. Can you tell me, when did you get your book? She just finished reading Words Never Spoken. When did you get your book, and how long did it take you to read it? Okay? Now, let me say this real quick. So for all the people that are over here on YouTube, or the people that are on Facebook, and you're not in the So Much to Say podcast pen pal group on Facebook, we talk all through the day. We share different things. I might share interviews that I've watched on the Breakfast Club and, that kind of thing, right? So if I'm connected to you on Facebook as a Facebook friend, you know how they'll give you the notification that it's such and such's birthday today. So, if I wake up and I'm scrolling through and it alert me that it was somebody's birthday, I'll go over to I don't know why I started this. I think I was telling Avriel, I said I didn't set myself up with this. But what I do is I go over to the group and I say, hey everybody, like yesterday's birthday. Yesterday was Bianca's, was it yesterday? Bianca's birthday was yesterday and Rita's birthday was today. So yesterday I went in there and I said, hey everybody, it's Bianca Alston's birthday. Wish her a happy birthday. Well, today was Rita's birthday, and I didn't do it. Well, I didn't do it because I noticed that Nikki had posted it, right? Nikki had posted it. So if Nikki posted it and everybody already started saying happy birthday, why do I need to come back and say happy birthday? Like, what sense does that make? Okay, so Elise has typed her thing. And she says, I received Words Never Spoken on Halloween, and I started it that night and finished it just now, only because my baby girl has been sick. Well, I'm glad you enjoyed it, Elise. Please do me a favor. Post it on your social media. Just post a picture. You don't have to write a long review unless you want to. And then please at least tell 3 or 4 or 5 of your girlfriends about the book. That's how we grow. Now let me get to this All American, because I'm ready to talk about Robin over here on what was it, Good Day America, and then Wendy Williams today. Now, I just started watching All American. Now, if you've been watching me for a while, you know that I really, really enjoyed the first season of All American. I think one of you told me about All American. No, I think Chase, my nephew, Chase told me about All American. And so I really enjoyed the first season. And when I tell you, you guys have reminded me that the second season started. I didn't know, right? Yes, it's back on All American. It's like 6 or 7 episodes that are up there. Now, let me just take a nasty left turn real quick. I didn't told y'all that y'all need to watch The Godfather of Harlem. My trainer and I, we were talking about that today too. The Godfather of Harlem with Forrest Whitaker. First of all, Forrest Whitaker be acting his ass off. Thank you so very much, Brian Jones. He put a review on Audible about the book. Chase is doing really well, Natalie. So listen, I started watching All American today. I fell asleep right here on this couch. Now, I don't know if it was because Avery had sent me this nice little cozy heating blanket, and I don't have my heat on, and that, I just kind of went into a little dip. I went into a little dip, you know what I'm saying? Like, before I knew it, I was asleep. But I just wasn't really, I'm not enjoying it. And I just don't know if I'm going to really like it this season. Now, I need to start watching the second. I do watch How to Get Away with Murder, Alpha Charm. I love that show. I just need to. I'm gonna try to watch the second episode of All American, but it slowed down a lot for me. Look at Cola Matt talking about, is someone willing to share their epic password so she can watch Godfather of Harlem? Now how's she gonna write that on a public platform? Can somebody share their password with me? Okay, then look, this is what I want to talk about. Okay, so Robin. Now, for those of you who've been sleeping up under a rock, or your internet service was shut down for the past few days, Robin Crawford is Whitney's ex-girlfriend. And we just gonna call a thing, like Iyanla says, right? Now, for me, I just felt like, let me do them in separate, okay? So yesterday she was on Good Morning America? She was on there, and I think I posted the clip in the So Much to Say podcast pen pal group, or either on my Facebook page, maybe. But the guy who interviewed her, he was very direct in his questions. And I looked at some of the comments under the interview, and a lot of people were saying that he was very cold, and he got to the motherfucking point. Yeah, Good Morning America. Thank you, Kari. And somebody was saying that he was too direct, he was too cold, and they were saying that Oprah or Gail should have did the interview. Now, I do agree that Oprah or Gail would have been good for the interview, but I didn't have an issue with him doing the interview. I didn't have an issue with his questions. He got straight up, no chaser. He went straight forward. And yesterday, when he interviewed with Good Morning America, and today when he interviewed with Whitney, I felt like she was holding back. Now listen, I don't usually jump down in them comments, but when I looked at the interview on YouTube, I jumped down in them comments, and I said, and those of you that are in the So Much to Say podcast pen pal group, you know that I posted the other day, and I said, oh, I can't wait for this book to come out. I got my little $20 ready. I'm going to scrape together these little $2 Tuesday Cash App, and I'm going to go ahead and get her book. But when I saw that interview today with Wendy, I posted in the comments and I said, this interview was so boring. Like, she said nothing that compelled me or would cajole, C-A-J-O-L-E, nothing to cajole me to want to purchase this book. Hold on, everybody. I'm in the middle of my conversation, and Sassy then just came in here yelling, telling me she's here. Hold on. We got about 20 minutes left, and she coming in here yelling. Hold on. We're going to let her find her seat. They love to come in here late. And the fact is, I was a little late, so she's really late, because I was about 14 minutes late. So she's really terribly late. It's so annoying. It's so disrespectful. Yeah, she'll be on Facebook. I don't know. Is she sitting down? She got to come in here and announce that she's here. Okay, so anyway, back to what I was saying. So, for me, and if you don't believe me, go back and watch the interview with Wendy, okay? Every single question that Wendy asked her, she deflected. Now, who watched the interview? And tell me I'm lying. Every question that the only question that she answered directly was when Wendy, I mean to say Wendy, was when Wendy said, were you using cocaine? And she said, oh, I indulged. That's the only thing that she answered directly. That's the only thing that she answered directly. But it was almost like, you know what it was reminiscent of? Do you guys remember the interview that Whitney did with Oprah? It was the very last interview that Wendy did with Oprah Winfrey. And remember, Whitney had her new teeth. Remember Whitney had gotten her teeth done again? Y'all remember when Whitney got her teeth done again and they were kind of too big for her mouth? Whitney Houston. Tafu is C-A-J-O-L-E, cajole. She didn't put cajole. She trying to put somebody in jail. She didn't put cajole. Cajole, niece. We're going to get you out of this remedial reading class soon, okay? It's C-A-J-O-L-E. I'm just playing. But no, but do you remember that interview when they were in the auditorium, they were in a theater? If you don't remember, just go Google it, okay? Just Google this interview. Oh, not Google it. Go on YouTube and type in Wendy Oprah Winfrey interview, and you'll see they were sitting in a theater, right? And she was talking, and she was deflecting in that interview. Remember, every time Oprah asked her about the cocaine, and remember they would use the cocaine. They would lace their marijuana, their blunts with cocaine. Whitney kept saying that it was Bobby. She only got high when she was with Bobby, and da da da. That's what I felt today with Robin. It was like she didn't want to smear Whitney's name. Even like she kept reducing their relationship to just a friendship. Girl, we know y'all over there munching coochie. Niece, we know y'all over there munching each other's carpet. Like, why she said? Now, in this interview, she just kept saying they were girlfriends, they were roommates, they had an apartment over in Jersey. No, I wanted her to say, baby, one day she came off the stage and we just had a night of passion and sex, and that even when Wendy asked her, were you upset when Whitney started dating Jermaine Jackson, and then she asked about Eddie Murphy and all these other men that Whitney was dating. She said, "Oh no, because I knew my place. I don't give a fuck. Let me tell you something. I done went on 4 or 5 dates with a guy before, and I thought he was mine. You understand what I'm saying? And then when I realized nothing was happening, and he was with somebody else, I was pissed off. So I know damn well she was pissed off seeing this lady with somebody else. You understand what I'm saying? You've been out with somebody like a handful of times, and it's in your mind y'all go together, right? In your mind y'all go together. But then when it don't work out and they actually end up with somebody else, you be devastated, right? So how's she gonna sit on this TV show today and try to act like she wasn't bothered that Whitney dated Jermaine, got married to Bobby? You know what I'm saying? Like it was like she didn't want to smear Whitney's name, and it was just like, girl, she was a lesbian, bisexual, bare minimum. Now y'all can argue and debate if y'all want, but I said what I said. She was bisexual or she was a lesbian. I'm gonna give her bisexual. You know, and like on the interview today, he go, Robin, girl, you need to sell us this book. She talking about Sissy Houston and how Sissy getting 3 times background scale. Girl, I don't want to give a damn about that. She talking about how Sissy was such a force in the background community, and you know, even in the book I wrote down all of the albums. I don't give a damn what album Sissy sang background on. Robin, this is me tapping her if I was there. Fuck all that, Robin. We don't care about what Sissy Houston was doing. You know Sissy didn't even like you. Girl, give us the dirt. Girl, you need to sell this book. Girl, I'm gonna mess around and sell more books than her. I'm gonna fuck around and sell more books than her. Like she wasn't even. And look, and all things considered, niece, because you know I'm fair. Let me get my microphone because I need the people in the background to hear. All things considered, I took into consideration that Robin does not have media training. Correct? Right? No, I'm not buying the book, Natalie. She must have stepped out of the room when I said that a couple minutes ago. I'm not buying the book. I don't even want to hear it. I don't want to see it now. I don't want to read it. In fact, I did pull up an excerpt today on Amazon, and I read it and I got bored. The part that I read was when she and Whitney. I didn't really need the microphone for this part, but since I'm already talking, I'm just gonna go ahead and use it. Is there enough battery in here? There's enough. Yeah, well, bring me the extra battery so we can put it in, because I'm gonna go ahead and just say this part too. But I started reading the book today. And it was the part where she and Whitney met at this camp or something, some basketball camp or some shit. First of all, that should have told you right away that the girl was a lesbian, because she down there to the gym. I'm just playing. Just because girls play basketball, it doesn't mean. I'm joking about that. But anyway. Just because she was playing basketball, does that mean? Oh my God. But Sissy knew Sissy knew. Thank you for the basketballs, Mecca. Mecca to put a whole line of basketballs. Listen. Sissy knew that Robin was back there in that back room eating her daughter's coochie. That's why she didn't like Robin. Okay? I'm here to tell you. But I read the little excerpt today on Amazon where she met Whitney, and Whitney told her her full name. I'm Whitney Elizabeth Houston. And she talked about the dungarees they had on. Dungarees is jeans, denim. She talked about that. I just was so bored. Like you, I need you to listen. The first words on that book and that page, it should have took off like this. You understand what I'm saying? Like when you read a book, you want it to start on a high and end higher. Shameless plug. That's what I did with Words Never Spoken, and that's what I did with One Thing for Certain, Two Things for Sure. That's what I'm doing with Book of Jewels. Because I was just thinking the other day with Book of Jewels, I was telling my friend Marvin over in DC, I think I'm going to rearrange the chapters because I want the chapters to go like this, right? But I wanted her to really talk about how, you know, when she really knew that Whitney, like she acted like all these years that she wasn't around Whitney, that they were still in contact. Robin, cut it out. Robin, cut it out. She's trying to act like she... Robin trying to act like she was still in touch with Whitney all these years. She knew where to find me. She knew exactly where to find me. Robin, really? Really, Robin? Charles, I'm glad you're enjoying yourself while you're working out. I'm glad you're able to get through your workout just to take your mind off of it. But like Rob, like she just wasn't. I don't think she was forthcoming, and I don't want to read the book because I don't feel like there's no dirt in the book, no truth, no grit. You understand what I'm saying? There's no grit, and I feel like she's still trying to protect her. She's trying to protect Whitney in this book. Like I don't think she's really gonna get. Like she made it seem like they only kissed one time. Is it me? Did y'all get that too? She made it seem like they kissed that one time, and they may have laid and played once. I'm gonna say that again. She made it seem like they only kissed one time and then they became physical and laid and played once. And then she acted like Whitney came over to her apartment one day and said, well, I don't think we should be intimate anymore. She said that after one time. Robin, you got to give us something that you got to give us something we're gonna believe. Because I really believe that Whitney was she probably was. I believe Whitney was sexual. I think she and Whitney was getting it in. You know what I'm saying? Robin met her when she was 19. Whitney was 17. That's at the peak of your. That's at the peak of your. You understand what I'm saying? That's when your hormones are just starting to get raging and going and stuff. You understand what I'm saying? And y'all have moved into this apartment by yourselves in Jersey. You want us to think that you only sniffed down in her neither region one time? That's what you want? I don't believe it. If this book is not telling us how Whitney got the drugs, how she transported the drugs, like I wanted. She tried to make it seem like Whitney wasn't really into it, like Whitney was completely against it, and I wasn't feeling it. Like I wanted her to say Whitney was enjoying it, and Whitney felt conflicted by the Bible. She did kind of allude to that. She said, you know, Whitney was very into her faith, but that just speaks to the same stuff that a lot of black gay men encounter, you know, struggling, trying to reconcile our sexuality with our religious beliefs, right? So women experience that as well. And so I want the truth. We want it down and dirty. We want the full truth. I'm trying to act like Whitney wasn't really sure and y'all were just really good friends. And I want to know, I want to know the first time you saw her naked. But on that interview with the guy yesterday on Good Morning America, when he said something about Whitney being dead or something, she closed her eyes. It's like she took a deep breath. Did y'all catch that? Like she closed her eyes and she took like a deep breath, like it still pains her. And I'm gonna tell you where my mind went. I started wondering about Robin's wife. Like, that's a tough act to follow, because you could tell that Whitney really was the love of her life, right? So I would feel, if I was Robin's wife, look, let me put my microphone back up. I would feel like if I was Robin's wife, that I could never really come. I would feel like she didn't love me as much. She probably don't, but I'm just saying, you understand what I'm saying? The only thing in the interview today with Wendy, that I really enjoyed was when Robin talked about how they used to ride around in the car and they used to hear Wendy talking about them as if, you know, she was their roommate and she lived with them, That part was enjoyable. And the part that was enjoyable was when she explained where she was and how she found, she explained where she was and how she found out that Whitney died. Like, that was interesting to me. But the rest of that shit she talked about, she could have stayed at home. She could have stayed at home. She could have stayed at the house. In fact, she didn't even need to write a book. She could have wrote this and put this on a blog. If that's all she was going to tell us, she could have put that shit on a blog. She could have did a Facebook post and let it be open and we all could have just shared it for free. She could have just did a Facebook post. Girl, why are you wasting all them trees and paper and shit for this tired book? And even when Whitney asked, I keep saying Whitney, but you guys know I mean Wendy. Even when Wendy asked her, well, why now, Robin? Why did you want? I wanted her to say, because that motherfucking heavy ankle ass Pat Houston that put out these. I wanted her to really get into it. I wanted her like. Ooh. Somebody should have coached her. Somebody should have coached her. Somebody should have coached her. Hey, Glenda Morrison. Somebody should have coached her. Like, she needed some media PR training. And let me just talk about the cover of the book. I don't even like the cover of the book. But that's neither here nor there. But I don't like the cover of the book. But somebody should have coached her. They should have gave her like some not trick questions, but they should have given her some test questions. Like, what are you going to say? You know, what are you going to say when they ask you this? Like, she should have been prepared. Like, she didn't have any hot button answers. And I just, yeah, I didn't like it. And I felt like Wendy was being soft on her. I really do. I do feel like Wendy was being soft. I don't think she really asked the questions. I think she was just so glad that Robin was there. I would have coached her. And see, and really and truly, I kept thinking, if I was Wendy, what would I have asked? Because I wanted to ask her, like, so, when did you know that you could touch Whitney? When did you know that she was into women? When did you know that she was, you know, when did you think that you could touch her neither region? You understand what I'm saying? Like, I wanted to know that kind of stuff. So, like, did you all ever have relations at Sissy's house? Down at the church when you were at choir practice and rehearsal? Like, these are the questions that we wanted to know. Did Bobby know that you and Whitney had a relationship prior? A sexual relationship? Were there ever any threesomes? Like, did you ever bring any other women in? Was Whitney jealous when you started dating other women? Like, I would have interviewed her right with this microphone right here. You know what I'm saying? Like, those are the things that I wanted to know. Yeah. I definitely did not leave that interview feeling like, yes, Oprah has a flow with her interviews. Like, Wendy is either all the way too much or not enough. Like, and I don't think she was enough today. Okay, so D Brown says she got the book and it is kind of juicy. Okay, well, tell us, what was juicy in it? I don't think she told us nothing we don't know. What was juicy in it? Tell us what you think was juicy in it, D Brown. We'll wait. What else did I want to know? Like, I wanted to know, like, her relationship with Bobby Christina. Did you know that Bobby Christina was addicted to drugs? You understand what I'm saying? Like, I really wanted to know more stuff. Were you in contact with Bobby Christina once you and Whitney were no longer working together or no longer roommates? Exactly. How long when you all were roommates, did you guys share a bedroom? Was this a 1-bedroom apartment? Or did you have separate bedrooms? Yeah, like, this is what I wanted to know. D Brown must be typing. She ain't answered yet. She said it's kind of juicy. We waiting for the response. We gonna just review it right here. Y'all can save y'all money. Y'all ain't got to go and get that book, okay? I wanted Wendy to ask her about Pat Houston. What do you think Pat Houston's relationship? Do you think that I wanted to know if Wendy ever knew that her family was stealing money from her? Like, I wanted to know about the father, like Whitney's relationship with the father, like what the father think about you and like she didn't get into none of the good stuff. She didn't. Like, is that stuff in the book? Yes, I wanted to be a tell-all book. I wanted to be a tell-all. I wanted Robin to be like, yeah, I was jealous. She asked her about the hologram concert, and Robin just kind of looked at her like that was a dumb idea, but, you know. Okay, D Brown says how her mom wasn't really there, and she knew Whitney was doing drugs, but turned the blind eye, yes. But see, we knew that already. We knew that from the interview that Sissy did with Oprah. The first time they had sex, how it happened. See, But see, we knew that Sissy knew that Whitney was getting high because she said that in the interview with Oprah, right? Um, she talked about how they tried to do an intervention. They tried to do an intervention with Whitney, and when they tried to do the intervention, Whitney told Sissy, "If you ever try this again, you'll never see me or Bobby Christina again." And so she foiled it, so they never did it again. But remember, I've seen like a couple of these documentaries. One of the documentaries they talked about how Whitney's father was stealing money from her. She didn't even know that this man was taking money from her. So like, I wanted to know stuff like that. Like, what was it? It was something Robin said today, and she said, she did ask her about Dee. What's the one that supposedly molested Whitney? I do think that happened. She asked Robin if she think that. She said, "Well, if it had happened, I would have known about it." Girl, you wouldn't have known nothing. But anyway, so let me see. No, I've never heard of him, George Trusty. D. Brown says how her granddad was racist and Whitney's grandfather was white. Girl, that ain't no juice. We want the juice. Like, was Whitney ever with any other women? Were you the only one? You know, but I want to know about the first time they used coke together. You know what I'm saying? That kind of stuff. Was Robin ever getting high with Whitney and the brothers? Because, the brothers were getting high too. They were all getting high. And then she tried to act like she didn't get... according to the documentary, Whitney did ask Robin to leave because it just became... The relationship between Robin and Bobby became too contentious. And according to the documentary, Whitney felt like she had to choose between the two of them. And since Bobby was her husband... D. Brown said the first time that they had sex was in there. But see, she tried to... the first time they did cocaine. But she tried to act like they only had sex one time. And I'm just like, I don't know if I believe that. But anyway, enough of that. If y'all want to go buy the book, y'all go ahead and buy the book. As for me and my 20 American dollars, my 80 quarters, I'm not going to be able to do it. Okay? Now listen, I need to go ahead and situate my situation. I know I was about 12, 14 minutes late. But I need to go ahead and situate my situation, niece. I'm hot. I'm feeling moist down in my nether region, and in my crevices and stuff, and my panties need to be changed. So listen, now I don't really wear panties, y'all. Okay, but I'm gonna go ahead and get off here. This light is hot. One book is 22, 36, 354. If you don't trust the Cash App, you can always send me a money order to the PO box. The information is in there. Have an amazing night. Brush your teeth, floss your teeth, brush your tongue. Enjoy the books. If you received a free book today, thank you to Andrew and Avriel and Marie and everybody that gifted books this past week. Thank you so very much for that. Brush your teeth, floss your teeth, brush your tongue. Okay? Brush your tongue. Anybody trying to kiss you if you ain't brushed your tongue. All right? Have an amazing night. Get down on your knees, say your prayers. If you can't get down on your knees or you got fluid on your knees or you got heavy ankles, just lay in the bed and just take a few moments and just reflect on your day, your week, your life, the month, and just ask God or the universe to help you make the next best steps. If you feel unsure or uncertain, ask for the next best steps. Ask for clarity. Ask for clarity, niece. Ask for clarity. Have an amazing night. Bye.